Happy Read Across America Day. Today's a day where we get excited for reading. And this year's Read Across America book is Tiara's Hat Parade. That's the title of our story. And the author is Kelly Lyons. What does the author do?
Author writes the words.
Writes the words. The author writes the words. The author writes the words. Hi ho the dairy-o. The author writes the words. And the illustrator is Nicole Taggle. She drew the beautiful pictures. Oh, I see some beautiful hats, and I see a little girl. Who do you think this woman is?
Her mama.
Maybe her mom? Well, let's find out. Tiara's Hat Parade. Some people say I have a knack for storytelling. Well, my mama has a gift for making hats. Ladies came from all over to get a Tracy Rose millinery creation. I was her helper, and I was the best model around with my beautiful hats. Hold your head high, Tiara, Mom would say as she slid her Sunny Day Special on my head. Tangerine with gold feathers fanning out. I felt like a bird showing off its colors. Now strut. That's what you say. That's right. That's right. Strut. Good job. Show them how it's done. And I would sashay around her studio, and the ladies would clap. You guys all clap. Woo! They shout. Woo! You go, girl. Woo! And the jingle of laughter went through their silver charms. But when the new store opened with hats that cost way less than my mama's, the stream of ladies slowed to a drip, 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 drip. I waited in the living room with a smile. Can you guys smile through your mask? But day after day, nobody came at all. We can't eat dreams, Mama said one afternoon sigh. And the store can afford to sell hats cheaper than I can. Daddy and I helped Mama pack away her fabric and her feathers and her beads and her sequins and ribbons and buttons. Then came the hardest part, tucking her hats into boxes. Daddy hugged Mama. How do you think Mama feels?
Sad.
Yeah, why is she sad?
Because
She's not able to sell what anymore?
hats.
Her hats. That day, Mama closed her studio for good. Now, no one goes into her hat room. It just sits back of her house, just quiet and lonely. Poor Mama. When my school had a job opening, Mama went back to what she did before. She went to become an art teacher. She's teaching art. Can we make a new hat after school, I asked one morning. You have homework, she said. I have work to do too. But you're always too busy. Let's talk about something else, she said. And her voice was sharp as a hat pin, then hushed as a feather. Let's talk about anything else, something happy. Every day I walked through the house, I passed her studio. One Saturday, when she was out, I gently opened the door. It groaned softly, as if someone was slowly waking up from a nap, and I was in. I saw Mama's hat stands, silent as soldiers standing guard, and I reached for a hat box, and I trembled as I raised the lid. Inside was Mama's purple pride. I slid it on, and I felt a smile rise up in my heart. What do you guys think of this purple hat? Is it beautiful? It's her Mama's pride, her Mama's favorite hat. I jumped when I lifted the brim and I saw her standing in the doorway. Oh! This was something special, she whispered. Can it be again, I asked. Not now, sweetie, Mama said. Just put that hat away and come on out. I told you to stay out of there. I held back my tears, but I did as my Mama said. Tucking the purple pride back into its bed, she put her arm around my shoulder and she locked the door behind us. But the next day at recess, I thought about Mama's hats. I pictured them as we drove home. At dinner time, I slipped in a prayer after grace. Amen, and please help Mama make hats again. On Fun Friday at school, Mama let us choose our own art project. My hand shot up, me! Me! Oh, and she put her eyes right on me. She's like, should we be shouting out? She's like, I want to see you all raise your hand nice. Raise your hand nice. And I said, hats, hats, please, Mrs. Rose, everyone sang. And her frown turned into a smile. Okay, okay, hats it is. We'll make hats for our art project. We made hats with tall crowns and big brims and plain ones and fancy ones. Mama swept across the room like a magician, helping us add decorations with a wave of her hand. My friend Maddie put on her hat and frowned. It's just not on right, she said, huffing. Mama turned the hat to one side. She held up the mirror and she said, how about now? Oh, tea party time, Maddie said. She giggled and reminded me that laughter was always spilling out in Mama's studio. I sat up straight and I smiled. I knew what to do. I told Daddy my plan. Here's the plan. That's a real good idea, baby girl, he said, smiling. And we checked with the principal. Who's our principal here? Do you guys know? Yeah. Miss Grote and Miss Johnson Turner. And they have to approve it if we're going to do something special.
Hey, guess what? I sing Liz and John.
Yeah. And I got busy. Come to the hat parade at Salem Hyde Elementary. I wrote in big, colorful letters.
Hey,
and bring your favorite hat and a story.
Hey, this is Salem Hyde.
This is Salem Hyde Elementary. On a big day, Mama sat in the auditorium for what she thought was an evening concert. She thought it was concert time, but it wasn't concert time. It was a surprise hat parade. And they winked as Mama and the parade came to the front. Mrs. Irving pranced to the microphone first, wearing a scarlet satin clasp with its glittering black swoosh. You made this for me to wear to the opening of the Ebony Fashion Fair exhibit. I looked sharp and I knew it. Miss Ball started up wearing an emerald I'm telling you hat. And when I wore this to the Women's Day, everyone wanted to know where I got it. Remember this? Mrs. Coleman said, twirling around. This was the silver showstopper. I was so nervous when I won that big reward. You said, with this on, the jitters don't stand a chance, Levin's on. They were so excited because they got to show off their hats. One after another, they shared their stories and how special their hats were. Then I stepped up and pulled out what I had made. This one is for you, Mama. It's the Better Days bonnet. You made the sun shine with your hats. Maybe this will do the same for you. And I laid it on her head like a crown, and Mama's eyes gleamed like morning dew. That's all right, the hat ladies shouted. By the time we left, Mama had a few orders. I could already picture her back in her studio. Funny thing was, I didn't see me modeling hats anymore. I saw me making them too. I was going to make hats like Mama. Mama touched her hat and smiled. You got me good, she said, her laughter jingling her charms. I think you're right, Tiara. Better days are coming. The end. Thanks for listening. Everyone say, better days are coming.